Welcome back to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Another Monday afternoon stream here on ustream.tv slash channel slash music scrap, MUSICSCRP. And I just did some play time with Oxide Inks on glossy cardstock with using some interesting. Using some Judikins glazing, micro glaze, I should say. And so go and watch that recording if you want to see that fun time. Now I'm going to work a little bit on my journal here, my scavenger hunt journal. Okay, let's see here. What I have left to do. Oh yes, I stuffed this in here to show someone because I found it when I was looking for my glossy cardstock. These are sheets of duct tape. So I was going to cut some stickers out of them. What's the best idea? Using my Smash journal? Or what? I'm not quite sure. Alright, I've got my envelope to doodle on. Right? I'm supposed to doodle on a envelope, right? So what am I going to doodle with? I don't know what I want to doodle with. Oh, thanks. I know, right? My niece gave it for me Christmas and I was waiting to see what I was going to use it for. But Paula, I think I'm going to actually end up unbinding it and rebinding it in the cover myself with a stitch or something. Because I don't know why, but my rings don't appear to be, although I do seem to have it working a little better now. But the holes aren't the right size or something, but I cut apart this front part. So I unattached the holes to the front part of the book, and it does seem to be working a little bit better, but yeah. So anyway, we'll see. It's my pop tab. See? I don't overdo it. I had like one pop tab because I rarely drink pop from a can of pop. If I do drink it, it's usually from, McDonald's or whatever. So there's my flower page that I did last week. Or on Thursday. Alright, so let's doodle. Maybe I should doodle with things that have color. I don't know. I don't like doodling. I am not a doodler. Like, I honestly do not like doodling. Okay. I'll get my Bic Super Tips. Here's one of my homemade desk thingies. They're different heights. This one's 2 inches, this one's 1.5 inches. This one is like an inch or, no, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and 2.5 inches, I think is the height. Something like that, whatever. So let's do some doodling with my Crayola Super Tips. Okay. I don't like doodling. I'm like, I don't like doodling. This is like a really hard one for me, Janet. I don't like doodling at all. I never doodled in school because it would have messed up my scribblers. And our scribblers all got marked for points. So I wasn't going to lose points because I was doodling. Plus, we weren't allowed to doodle. If we got caught doodling, we'd be in trouble because we're supposed to be listening. This is going to be stupid because I don't like doodling. Oops. I've made myself do Zentangling some, and that's okay, but I do get bored of it very easily. It doesn't de-stress me at all. Okay, Aline. Hey, Janet, I've got some splots. Look. I've got lots of splots. Look. That's my version of splots. See, this is like ugly. I don't like doodling. I hate it. I dislike it. I should say I don't like the word hate. I dislike it a lot. Some people, Janet, some people learn better when doodling. But I am an audio learner. I learn by listening. And doodling does not help me listen. Visual learners probably learn better by doodling. Kinetic learners definitely would learn. If you're a kinetic learner, in other words, learn through motion and activity, you would definitely learn better if you doodled during a lecture or whatever, if you were a kinetic learner. But I am not a kinetic learner by any stretch of the imagination. When I would study, I would take my tape recorder, and I specifically asked Mom for a tape recorder when I was in grade 7 so that I could do this. And I had no idea why. I just knew it was how, as a teacher now, I know all the reasons and stuff, but I didn't know at the time why. But I asked Mom for a tape recorder when I was in grade 8 because what I would do is I would take all my questions and my answers, for example, in history, or all my notes or whatever, and I would read the questions and the answers into my tape recorder, and I would study by listening to myself. Rather than studying just what was on the page, I learned much more quickly. Hi, Z! Now it's duct tape, Janet. I ordered a couple of rolls of duct tape from, I don't know if it was from eBay or where it was from years ago, and that came with it. The 2 pieces of sheets of duct tape came with it. But you cannot generalize any learning style, because there are 8 different learning styles that so far that they have designated. But the goal, of course, is to take your primary learning style, which for me is audible. I'm an audio learner, and to extend those learning capabilities, into the other styles, so that you become an all-around learner. But first, you have to identify the student's main strength, main way of learning, and then you train the brain to use the other styles as well through activities that are strongest in, for example, me, you would use activities that are strongest in the audio learning, but that have components of the other stylistic learning styles as well. But anyway, that is a question that many of you probably aren't interested in. If you're not a teacher, it may not interest you. Let's see. Yeah. Stevie. Well, I do currently have some forgetting styles as well nowadays. Especially when it's coming up with names of something. Oh, my brain just like, if I'm trying to come up with the word that stands for something. Oh, that does look like the word good, doesn't it? Huh? Yeah, didn't mean that to happen. See, I'm like already bored. I'm like bored silly, and it's only like half full. Like totally bored silly. Totally. So this is going to be the end of my doodle because I'm bored. Yep, I'm bored. That's a little too close to that other color. It's not the same marker, but it's close. It's a little more blue than that one, but yep, I'm bored, so I'm done. All right, what number is that? Doodle. I don't know how I'm going to do the nail polish on something. I may just have to cut out a bottle of nail polish because I don't have any nail polish. Random note. What number is this? Junk mail envelope. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was like, where did my... It goes on page 10. Oh, really? Yeah, Kimmy? Yeah. I'm not exactly a youngster. Other things I can do forever. Watercolor? Have the patience for that. I just don't have the patience for something I don't like doing. Okay. A puzzle or crossword. Oh, I still have to finish that, so I won't do that here. 11. A whole page of blue stuff. Well, I tried to collect some blue stuff, so let's see. I've got actually, I think I'll save the butterfly for my butterfly page. Oh, really, Dr. Dot? I don't know. I just never liked doodling. Uh-oh. My glossy accents leaked out of my bottle. Well, I don't like that very much. Did it dry out? No. Let's see, what else did I find that was blue? Oh, yes, I've got this. a blue elephant. And I hate fussy cutting as much as Janet does, or maybe even more. Sorry I'm off screen, but I cannot fussy cut on screen, or all you would see is the top of my head, so you'd rather look at my page, believe me, than the top of my head. Yep. Oh dear. And yes, I have Cutter Bee scissors. Well, they're actually the Recollections brand, I think, but it's the same thing. Or actually, no, not Recollections. Fiskars, I think. But anyway, all just means a different color handle. The scissors are the same as the Cutter Bee ones. And I don't like white left on the outside of my images that are cut, which is why I don't like most stamp and die sets, because the dies don't cut on the edge of the stamp. They leave a white edge around the outside of it, and it's like, why bother having it cut out if you're going to leave a white edge? That's silly. I would like my dies to cut right on the black line of my image, or whatever the outside of the stamped images. There's my little blue elephant. Hey, Chai! Chai, I'm sorry, I always say that wrong. I always say it like the chai tea. Shy, it's pronounced. Okay. All right. Now. Oh. Well, I'll try to remember, try. Okay. Yes, that's more of green than blue, but it looks blue on the... That's really funny. It's from a kid's page, so... Let's see. I brought some... blue stuff. I think there's a blue page in here. It looks like there is on the front. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to make them a little bit smaller because I didn't leave enough room on the top. Okay, I've got 55 minutes before Ella comes on, so I should be able to get a few more pages done. Well, we all know how I feel about Brother products. If you haven't read my blog post about my unfortunate incident with a Brother scan and cut, you can go and read it on my blog, themusicalscrapper.blogspot.com. Musical Scrapper. Well, it'll find me whether you use all one word or not, but anyway. Welcome back, Eileen. What's for supper, Eileen? I'm going to have to watch Ella from afar while I make some supper. I plan, hopefully, my corn chowder or chicken noodle soup, one or the other, whichever I decide by the time I get out to the kitchen. I have bacon in some bacon in the fridge. I just have to make sure it's still okay to use for my corn chowder. Let's see. That's going to be for my ticket stub. Right there, this page. So I'll leave that there. Okay, let's see if I have anything. Surely to goodness there's something blue in here. The sky and the ocean are both blue. I want it to look like it's hiding behind this corner, so I am actually just going to cut the corner on the same angle. It's thinner, so I'm just going to use my glue stick, but it'll probably fall off. We'll see. Yeah, Mylene. I've got to make some potato salad and macaroni salad one of these days. I have all the supplies to make it. I usually put tuna fish or chicken in my macaroni salad, pasta salad, so that it makes a whole meal. Let's see what else is in here that's blue. Oh, asking me to cut a circle. Someone's pretty desperate, aren't they? Now I messed that one up. I tore it off. Guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Even though there is another one there, I'd probably wreck it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just made a little crease using the edge of my page there. Yeah, a can of tuna fish in my macaroni salad. Yep. Sometimes. Or chicken, chopped up chicken. Welcome back, Jen. Just looking for blue things. Let's see. Just a minute here. I've got... Actually, I want to put that back away so I don't lose it, my glossy cardstock. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in here blue. There's a blue shirt. I also will look and see if there's nail polish here while I'm looking through it. There's a blue shirt. I could cut that out. There's a blue shoe. Oh, there's a bunch of red stuff. Look at that. Yay. For my red page. Fingernail polish. Didn't see any yet. Dory! Oh, no, no, no. All right. And there was that. don't want to mess up that parrot in case I need him for something somewhere along the line. I guess I don't really need to, because I'm going to cut it off like there anyway. All right, so I can check off the blue page, number 10, I believe. Well, 11, I mean. Page of blue stuff. Newspaper article. Where did that piece of newspaper? Oh, that had my newspaper article on it. There it is. Okay. Nixon says Turks agree to ban the opium poppy. Interesting. China. What? Can't even see what this one says. I can't even read the headline, let alone the article. Let's get my magnifying glass on here. This is from New York Times. Oh, Chow ties UN seat to Taipei's ouster. Also says Peking must have permanent council post if it's to be a member. I would like something a little bit lighter. I guess there was nothing light in the New York Times back then. Study reports. Pentagon Papers. Study reports Kennedy made a gamble into a broad commitment. All right, let's go to this other Donna, what's her name? Donna Salazar paper. Maybe there's something in here that's a little bit more of a it's an art paper, Crafty Chronicle. A use for everything. That sounds like an interesting article. I need to make sure this is also the one that my crossword puzzle is in, so I don't want to mess that up. Some cool maps. All right, so as long as I don't use that third page. Historical theater to open after Giannotto Theater. Historic theater to open after devastating fire. Now I like that one. Let's go back. Scrapbook School of Etiquette, the first and foremost voice on all things scrapbooking, founded over 500 years ago, even before the invention of scrapbooking. That's funny. Following all the rules of scrapbooking, there is no higher purpose. Scrapbooking is a quiet hobby. One must not speak with one's neighbor while preserving memories. It is a strict hobby as well, and we will teach you how to create properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, perfection. Okay, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that as my article. Obviously, this person has never been to my crops. A joke, obviously. I should do the crossword puzzle while you guys are here to help me. Number was this one again? I'll check it off while I have it here. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna actually trim this top off because I want to be able to see that on the page. Oh, yay, Jen, a girl after my own heart. Someone else who doesn't like sand. See, I told you, Jen and I are twins. In a lot of ways. White sand, brown sand, doesn't matter to me. It all gets stuck in your feet and in your bathing suit and feels like crap. Oh, yeah. You guys see those? Yeah, well, I would like collecting shells maybe a little better if you didn't have to walk on the sand to do it. No. All right, so I have crayons. Look, these are the only 2 crayon wrappers I could find. The rest of my crayons already have the wrappers taken off because I use them for my melting wax background technique. So what page is the crayon wrapper? And then I'll go through what I have. Ticket stub. Oh, crayon labels, 37. Oh, and I do have ribbon too, so I can do that. Page 20, 27 and 28. 27 is crayon label. Oops. Oh, really, Dorothy? They owned an inn called the Blue Pig. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I guess they're double layered. Huh, interesting. 2 layers on your Crayola crayon wrappers. Just so you know, I didn't notice that before on other ones that of course, I didn't try to glue them down anywhere. I just chucked all the labels out. So I know Sin wanted to see what I have done in my journal so far. So this is my journal, Sin. It's a smash book. Michael's probably still sells them, but you can just make your own little journal, like get a magazine and use it for your travel log, or just fold over some papers and use a stapler or whatever. Create your own if you don't have the money to go out and buy one, or use an old book and tear out some papers in the old book to leave you space. Tear out, 5 or 6 pages in between each page to give you space to add stuff in a book or a magazine. But this is what I chose to use for my journal. I do have, this is my other little journal here that I made before. I took, just a second here. My one I was using for, or did I put it away? I probably put it on the shelf because I wasn't really using it anymore. I think I put it over on the shelf. Or, here's one I made. Sin, I made this book journal. I used the Coptic stitch binding, which you can find the binding on Sea Lemon, and then just fold up your pages into signatures. Or you can even do an easier binding, is what's called a leaflet binding, where you just have 3 holes, but you just fold pages and create your own journal. For the cover, you can just use some like cracker boxes or cereal boxes as your cover, and make your own journal. And then I just with some thread, I tied my printed list into the spirals there. Welcome back, Jen. Just a moment, Nita. So these are the pages I have so far. My tea bags. My coloring book page, although I got one sunflower colored and then I gave up, so I cut it out. I got bored. This is my tag from a pair of capris for the tag option. Find a tag from a piece of clothing or a pillow or mattress, whatever. So some things I found more than one, some I found only one, and whatever, I can always add to the page later. This is something you would normally throw out. These are the labels off my pill. Oops. These are how my pills come. So that it's just the labels off the little plastic pill pack. So that's something I usually throw out. I hadn't done number 6 yet. Number 7 is flowers and leaves, or flower or leaf. Card sentiments. So I stamped 3 different card sentiments. Didn't stamp very well because I already had some lumpy stuff in my journal when I did that one. Not everything, but some. There's what I did today. My doodle envelope. My blue things. This is an Amazon receipt for a gift card that Orla sent me, actually. So that was my receipt from a craft store. I didn't have anything else saved. Did this today, my newspaper article. This is my stamp page. Postage stamps. Food logos. This is my washi tape page. This is my local attraction leaflet. I took it out of a magazine. Oops. There's some glue there that's not supposed to be there, so I'm just going to pull it off. It's glossy accent, so it kind of comes off like rubber cement does. It obviously came out over the edge there and stuck that one to it, so there we go. My pop tab. I didn't do 22 yet. This is my swatches page. So it's my 80 Touch 5 alcohol markers, my Woodless pencil crayons, and my Mackay color pencils, which are oil based. Yes, Kathy, what is your question? Kathy, I would use matte medium because then once it dries, it's not going to interfere with your other page. You can just put it, you put it down, smack down, put some over top of it, and then let it dry. And then because it's Elmer's glue, if it comes out from behind the netting, it's going to stick your other pages together. It kind of dries tacky, but matte medium doesn't dry tacky, you know what I mean? So it's not going to interfere with your other pages. I would use matte medium for sure. Yeah, that's what I would do, Kathy. Alright, so here is my ransom note. Those of you who know Janet's list, she forgot numbers 48 and 49. So my ransom note says, Agents 88 and 99. For the return of Agents 48 and 49, I want the plans for your Cone of Silence from 007. So those of you who know the TV show Get Smart, you'll know that reference of 88 and 99 was Get Smart, and 88 was Barbara Feldon. She was his love interest. Or gel medium, yeah. Yeah, it's very light. Matte medium should hold it down. I've even used matte medium on like cardboard and it still held stuff down. Like lightweight chipboard. So pictures of people you love. So there's some family pictures. There's Till saying hi to Eliza the day she was born. There's my 3 nieces. And there's the family except for Stacia, because Stacia was still living in Germany at that time. And there's the family. This is like either 1979 or 1980. Can't remember which. Oh, definitely a waste, Kathy, because I'm not even sure it would stick to the... Yeah. As I did that today, my crayon labels. This is packaging from something you bought recently. And, Paula, I figured out why I was getting... I figured out why I was getting coffee grounds in my coffee. Because I make my coffee in a travel mug. So I run a second through. I run 8 ounces and then 6 ounces through my K-cup. And when I would open it to do the 6 ounce one, I didn't realize it was pulling up the lid of the little container. And so it was on the second run that I was getting some grounds in my coffee, because it would pop up when I lifted the lid. So now I just close the lid. I just make sure it's tight before I put it down for my second thing. And so now I don't get any more grounds in my coffee. Whew. So there's my doodle. What was number 30? Fruit. Oh, labels from fruit. Yeah, labels from fruit. I couldn't remember if it was just food or specifically fruit. But labels from fruit. A quote you love: when words fail, music speaks. Hans Christian Andersen, my favorite quote, of course. I didn't do 32 yet. 33 is use packing tape or duct tape. So mine is sticky vinyl that I used because I couldn't find my duct tape at the time. So what did I do with my duct tape? I need to put something else in to fix that. And for the taller one, when you make the whole pot, you need to make sure the coffee's up past the level of up past the top of the mesh. My niece didn't find it strong enough when she was making the whole pot, but I find it strong enough, but I don't like my coffee really strong, so There. I just add a little color to my... and a multicolored sun. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, well, I'm glad I could distract you a bit. 5 more minutes and we are heading off to Ella's. This is my napkin page. So there's 2 different napkins, the one with a circle and then the ones with the flowers and the butterflies. It's the second napkin. There's my plaid. I didn't draw it, I stamped it. It's my Dee Dee stamp. My paper airplanes. TPA, Transatlantic, what is it? Transatlantic Pitts Airlines. Postcard, this was from Vicki at the Austin retreat. My paper. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. And da 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 da. The rest of the song's like cut off. But anyway, there's my fortune cookie fortune. Your enthusiasm inspires people. That's what my fortune was. I actually took it from a fortune cookie I had from my New Year's Day feast. That butterfly. What butterfly? I didn't see a butterfly. This is cards from company cards or something. What was 42? It's my own interpretation of 42 because it wasn't exactly. Oh yeah, fake credit card or AARP or AAA cards. So they're actual gift cards, mine. And this is my old health card. Oh, and my napkin! Oh, duh, right. There was a butterfly on my napkin page. Sorry. Yes. My candy page. My wrappers from my candy. Doodle on a shape. Zentangle on a shape, I think it was. So I made some old blob. It actually looks like Darth Vader. That's Darth Vader's face and that's his helmet. But anyway, that wasn't intentional. The edge from a notebook page. Didn't do 47 yet. Didn't do 48 or 49 yet, or 50. There's my newspaper headline. Supreme Court 6-3 upholds newspapers on publication of the Pentagon report. Times resumes its series, halted for 15 days. All right, so everyone is... We are heading over to, or like an acorn. Yeah, it does look like an acorn too, CB, yeah. This is my model. Didn't do that one yet. My perfume, I couldn't put perfume that actually smells, so I just cut out a bottle of perfume. This is I switched airline luggage tag to my bus luggage tag. Words of my favorite song. One Tin Soldier. Stamping. It's interesting. That archival ink went right through that paper because I had to try and stamp it so many times there. My family tree. My mom and dad. 3 of us. My 3 nieces. And Till and Eliza. Thanks, CB. Yeah, not too bad. I'm not finished, but I do have a lot done. That's because I switched over and decided to do it on streams. I knew otherwise I would never get it done. So, the Canada flag and the flag of New Brunswick. This is my ragtag page. This is the card that Dee Dee sent me at Christmas, and she sent some ragtags with it. And I think that's as far as I've got done. So that's all the ones I've got done. So thanks everyone. Head on over to Ella's. Create with Ella or Ella Creates. I can't remember which it is. So thanks everyone for watching. See you later.